Good morning, everybody. Sponge Daddy Hawk here, coming to you from the Hawks area, and I am counting my blessings, naming them one by one. This is day number 17 of listing the many things I am thankful to have been blessed with. Today I'm going to address something that's going to sound strange. It's something I don't have anymore. There's a treatment called Remicade that costs about $8,000 every 8 weeks. Those of you that have Medicare, and I need to make a clarification here. When you're on disability, you don't automatically get Medicaid. That seems to be, or a medical card, as some people think. It doesn't happen that way. Because I worked hard and had a bit of a career, my Social Security pension is just above the threshold where I do not qualify for Medicaid. That's another story. But there's some fury involved there. I'll tell you that story someday. So I only have Medicare. I have Medicare Advantage, and those of you with Medicare can tell you that for many things it sucks. It just doesn't pay what it needs to, and it will not pay for Remicade, nor will it pay for Humira, which is a backup treatment a lot of people use. And Remicade would not only treat my Crohn's, as it has in the past, it would also kick my RA in the mud and my psoriasis, which is a nice plus. But so I do without, and I have been on high doses of prednisone for many years, off and on for the better part of 25 years now, to keep the Crohn's in check and the RA as minimal as possible. Anyway, I am thankful for Remicade, even though I cannot afford it. Now, one more controversial thing here. Well, a couple more. First of all, in this country, it's $8,000 a pop. In Canada, it's about $1,200, I think. In Greece, it's only $600. And you ask yourself, if the company that makes this product can make a profit in Greece selling it for $600 a treatment, why do they sell it for $8,000 here? And the answer is because they can. Because our government refuses to negotiate price deals and refuses to set price limits on medication. And there are some alternatives, like they could double the length of a patent on the medicine. That's one reason medicines are so expensive, is they have only so long to recoup the cost of creating that medicine, so they charge as much as they can in that brief period of time. If you double it, it would theoretically cut the price in half, theoretically. Frankly, I think we do need price controls on medication. When you get to a situation like mine, it's like, whoa, okay. Also, another controversial point. I would point out that medical cannabis has a higher remission rate for Crohn's disease than Remicade does. And I wish I lived in a state where I could grow a few plants of my own for my own medicinal purposes for, not very much money, rather than a drug that, the government says, no, you can't have it, it's too expensive. And of course, now the government admits the active ingredients in marijuana work, because they will allow a company to create a synthetic form of it and put it in a capsule form and call it Marinol for $870 a month for just 30 pills. But anyway, that's enough soapboxing today. I was one of the first people in the United States to get Remicade back in 1998. And almost right away, I saw a dramatic turnaround. Up to that point, I had been averaging one surgery per year, which is quite a bit. And it was just getting worse and worse with each passing year. And then Remicade came along, and once I started the treatments, I had an infusion reaction, but my doctor, the incredible Dr. Kevin Heine out of Louisville, best gastroenterologist in the world in my opinion, found a way to treat the reaction so I could still have the medication. As you all know, I went on to become a professional bowler. I was quite active doing volunteer work, and many other things, and it was all thanks to Remicade. And now, some of you that know me for a long time know that I was once, when I was about 30 years old, 1996, I was told, don't expect to live to see 40. Because at the rate I was going, it was probable that I wouldn't. Then along comes Remicade. I was 31 when I got my first dose of it. Now, you could say other things, but I'm convinced Remicade has a huge part of the, I want to say responsibility. It's part of the reason that I'm now 49 years old. It worked wonders for me for when I was able to get it, and I'm very grateful that I had it. It would be nice if I could still have it, but that's capitalism. It's one of the flaws in our system. It's just the way it is. And I don't waste time being too upset about the way things are, because it's just a waste of energy. I'd rather be grateful for the many years it bought me, because I got to be a professional bowler. I got to be a full-time dad at home with my kids, and do a lot of volunteer work and make a difference for a lot of people. And the people that I still talk to on a daily basis, that many of you come to me with your problems. I wouldn't be here without this medication. So yeah, it costs too much, but it made a difference in my life and bought me many years. And even though I can't have it now, I'm not going to sour grapes it like most people would. I'm going to say thank you to the makers of Remicade for the extra time it has given me. And who knows, maybe down the road things will change and I'll have access to it again. I'm holding on as long as I can. This November I'll be 50, and I'll qualify for those AARP discounts, so I might actually be able to get some supplemental health coverage, and who knows what could happen. Tomorrow's going to be a brighter day. We always have to look forward to it and not give up hope. But I am grateful. I have gotten more years than I was supposed to, and I think a lot of that you can give credit to the makers of Remicade. It was the first monoclonal antibody, first biologic treatment in the world, and they spent billions developing it, so they are entitled to some profit for it. But if they can charge less in other countries, why don't they charge that here? You can look to Washington, D.C. for that, and the big pharma lobby. It's not a joke, it's just the way it is. But I am blessed. Today I was able to get out of my sick bed. Not thanks to Remicade, but thanks to prednisone and happenstance. I slept 20 out of the last 24 hours, and I was itching to get out of bed. So I don't know what I'm going to do today. I just know I couldn't stay in bed one more minute. I want to thank you all for sharing your time with me, and remember, you are blessed. Bad times are inevitable. Misery is optional. Just refuse to be miserable. Soar above the ordinary with the spirit of the hawk. Many blessings, and be well.